Long ago, in a peaceful town called Okoloma, people prepared for the festive season of Christmas with great anticipation. Children laughed as they decorated tiny huts with ribbons and local crafts. Parents bustled about, buying food and cloth for new clothes. But beneath these joyful preparations, a dark and desperate scheme began to unfold, one that would shake Okoloma to its very core. We see a small stall in the local market selling plastic trinkets, cheap electronics, and random goods. Nonso, a man in his mid-30s, stands behind the counter. He looks worried, frequently wiping sweat off his brow despite the mild weather. A potential customer passes by, but quickly walks away. Nonso was a shopkeeper known for cutting corners. He sold low-quality goods at high prices, tricking unsuspecting buyers. Yet his heart boiled with envy, for all around him, more successful merchants thrived while his stall remained unprofitable. Greed gnawed at him day and night. Nonso counts a few wrinkled notes in his hand, frowning. Nonso, muttering to himself. This money isn't enough for anything. All year, business has been bad. Meanwhile, look at other people's shops, always crowded. If only I could find a way to make real money fast. Little did he know, he was about to encounter an even darker path, one that promised him fortune in exchange for something far more sinister. It's late evening. The market is emptying. Nonso closes his stall, pulling down the rickety shutters. As he walks down a narrow, dimly lit alley, he spots a luxurious black SUV parked out of sight. Next to it stands a tall man in a fine suit, exuding an eerie calm. He beckons Nonso closer. Chairman, smooth, low voice. Nonso, I hear you're in need of money. Nonso, startled, looking around. Who? Who are you? Chairman, smirking. You can call me Chairman. I have ways to help you earn riches beyond your dreams, if you are willing to do something for me. Nonso hesitates, but greed and curiosity push him forward. Nonso, money beyond my dreams? Yes, I'm tired of being poor. What do I have to do? Chairman, a simple arrangement. Bring me something pure and innocent for the Christmas season. I'll reward you handsomely with enough wealth to fill your shop with the most expensive goods. A chill runs through Nonso's spine, yet the promise of wealth glitters in his mind. Nonso, nervous. Innocent? You mean children? Chairman, quiet chuckle. That is the essence of purity, Nonso. Think carefully. Christmas is coming. Children love gifts. Use that fact. A father might offer sweets or clothes, but only you can offer them something irresistible, and bring them to me. Do this, and your fortune is made. Though frightened, Nonso's desperation blinds him. He nods slowly, as though in a trance. Nonso, I'll do it. The chairman hands Nonso a stack of crisp banknotes and a sleek phone. Nonso's eyes widen with greed. Without another word, the chairman steps into his SUV and vanishes into the night. Morning light spreads over the Zack family's modest home in Okoloma. Mr. Zack is a middle-aged father, wearing simple trousers and a short-sleeved shirt. Mrs. Zack, in a bright African print gown, is preparing breakfast. Their daughter Linda, about 10 years old, bright-eyed and cheerful, helps set the table. Amidst this looming danger, there was the Zack family. Kind-hearted, devoted. Their daughter Linda was known for her intelligence and gentle spirit. She looked forward to Christmas, dreaming of new clothes and maybe a special toy, though the family had humble means. Mrs. Zack. Linda, my dear, here's your breakfast. Don't forget your lunchbox for school. We'll finish decorating the house for Christmas when you return. Linda, excited. Thank you, Mama. I'm so happy the holidays are near. I hope Father Christmas visits our school this year. Mr. Zack ruffles Linda's hair affectionately. Mr. Zack, he might indeed, my precious girl. Now run along so you're not late. Linda heads off to school, humming a tune. Her parents exchange warm smiles. But they had no idea of the trap being set for Linda and other unsuspecting children in the town of Okoloma. At Nonso's small shop, new decorations are being put up. We see a makeshift sign. Christmas gift sale, free toys for kids. Bright tinsel, lights, and a few large, colorful boxes line the stall. Curious children gather around, eyes sparkling at the promise of free toys. With the chairman's money, Nonso stocked his stall with cheap yet enticing toys, all wrapped in glittering paper. Word spread quickly. There was a generous man giving out free Christmas gifts. Children flock to his shop every day. Nonso stands behind a table, smiling like a friendly uncle. He hands out small boxes to the children, patting their heads, but his eyes dart hungrily. Nonso, fake cheer. Hello, children. Take these special gifts just in time for Christmas. Remember to come back tomorrow if you want something more. And maybe, just maybe, I'll have an extra surprise for some special boys and girls. He winks. The children giggle in excitement. Some parents watch from a distance, grateful for the generosity, unaware of the danger. Linda, clutching her new toy, excitedly shows it to her friend in the school compound. Her friend is overjoyed too, each crediting Nonso's kindness. Linda, wide-eyed. Isn't it wonderful that he's giving these toys away for free? I've never had anything so fancy before. I might visit his shop again tomorrow to see if he has more. Her friend nods vigorously. Friend? Yes, let's go again after school. I heard he'll have bigger gifts closer to Christmas. From afar, Mr. Zack and Mrs. Zack walk by, noticing the girls. Mr. Zack approaches with curiosity. Mr. Zack, Linda, where did you get that toy? Linda, smiling. From Nonso's shop. He's giving out free gifts to children. Isn't that wonderful? Mr. Zack looks uncertain, exchanging a glance with Mrs. Zack. Mr. Zack, free gifts? That's unusual. Let's be cautious. Nothing is truly free. You must be careful, Linda. Linda, shrugging. Yes, Papa, but he seems so nice. A note of concern crosses Mr. Zack's face, but he doesn't want to dampen Linda's joy. He pats her head. Back at Nonso's stall, fewer children are around as it's nearing evening. Nonso anxiously awaits a special child, one who can fulfill the chairman's demand. He sees Linda passing by, notices her polite manners, and senses she might be the perfect victim. Nonso, calling out, Linda, come here, my dear. I have something extraordinary for you. A bigger Christmas gift, hidden in my storeroom. But it's for special children who can keep a secret. Linda hesitates, but curiosity and excitement win. Linda, for me? Nonso, with a grin. Yes, yes. Come tonight after sundown and I'll show you. Just make sure no one else follows you. It's our little surprise. Linda nods, uncertain but intrigued. She clutches her free toy. Unbeknownst to her, danger lurks in Nonso's plan. Night approaches. In the Zack home, Linda grows restless, wanting to sneak out to see the promised gift. She recalls her father's advice to be cautious, but can't resist the temptation. But Mr. Zack and Mrs. Zack sensed something was off. They noticed Linda's unusual eagerness to leave the house at night, and in the corner of their minds lingered a caution. No man would give such costly gifts for free without expecting something in return. They stop Linda at the door. Linda, faltering. I just wanted to see Mr. Nonso's new toy. He said it's special for me. Mr. Zack, eyes narrowing. Nonso invited you at night? That is suspicious. Linda, you must not go. It's dangerous to roam around after dark, especially for a child. We've heard rumors about missing kids in neighboring towns. Linda lowers her gaze, clearly torn. She sees the worry in her parents' faces. Linda, Papa, Mama, I'm sorry, I won't go. In Nonso's dark shop, the lights are off. He paces anxiously, checking his watch. The chairman's SUV is parked outside. The chairman steps out, a grim expression on his face. Chairman, quiet anger. Where is the child you promised? The hour grows late. I cannot wait forever. Nonso, nervous. She didn't come. Perhaps she's scared. But I have more children I can bring tomorrow. Please, just give me more time. The chairman's eyes flash dangerously. Chairman, you swore you'd deliver an innocent child by Christmas. Failure is not an option, Nonso. Remember, I gave you money. You owe me, or else. He leaves, slamming the SUV door. Nonso slumps in despair and fear. The next day, Nonso grows desperate. He offers even more elaborate gifts, raises his voice to children near his stall, beckons them with false promises. Parents become wary, pulling their kids away. Word spreads that this so-called generosity is suspicious. Nonso's plot began unraveling. Instead of drawing children in, his frantic behavior alarmed the townspeople. Rumors reached the Zack family, confirming their worst fears. They confronted Nonso, demanding the truth. We see Mr. and Mrs. Zack, plus a small group of concerned neighbors, marching to Nonso's shop. A couple of local men stand behind Mr. Zack, arms folded in anger. Mr. Zack, stern. Nonso, what is your real intention with these gifts? People say you ask children to come alone after dark. That is not normal. Nonso tries to laugh it off, but he can't hide his trembling voice. Nonso, I only wanted to spread Christmas cheer. Neighbor 1, eyeing him suspiciously. Liar. We've heard too many stories about children disappearing in other towns. If you're involved in anything evil, you'll pay dearly. A crowd gathers, restless. Nonso realizes he's trapped. Then the chairman's SUV appears in the distance. Nonso sees it and knows time is up. He tries to flee, but local youths block him. Under the scorching midday sun, the whole town forms a circle around Nonso. The chairman lurks at the edge of the crowd, but the townspeople quickly sense his intimidation. The local chief steps forward, demanding answers. Local chief, Nonso, speak the truth now. Why did you lure children with gifts? Nonso, sweating profusely, falls to his knees. Nonso, crying, I'm sorry. I never wanted to harm anyone, but I was desperate. The chairman offered me money if I delivered a child to him by Christmas. I don't even know what evil he planned. Forgive me, please. Gasps and whispers fill the air. The chairman attempts to sneak away, but a group of young men seize him. Local chief, angrily, you have dared to target our children. Guards, hold them both. We'll inform the authorities. They must face justice for this vile plot. Nonso weeps bitterly. His greed has destroyed him. The chairman's cold eyes give nothing away. Both are taken away for investigation. Time passes. Nonso and the chairman are handed over to the legal authorities for trial. Peace returns to Okoloma, though the scar remains. At the Zack household, Linda sits with her parents who hold her close. In the end, no child fell victim to Nonso's scheme. Linda and the other children were safe. But the town learned a harsh lesson about blind trust and the dangers of greed. We see Linda hugging her parents, tears of relief shining in their eyes. Thus concludes the haunting tale of Nonso, whose greed led him into a pact with darkness. Had he cared more for honesty and less for wealth, he might have prospered by gentler means. And yet, courage, unity, and vigilance among the people of Okoloma saved the innocent. Let all who hear this story remember, greed can destroy one's life, and one must guard their children from seemingly harmless offers, especially when such offers are too good to be true. Moral of the story: greed blinds people to the harm they inflict on others, often leading to downfall. Communities must remain vigilant to protect their children, and courage, solidarity, and caution can triumph over evil intentions.